Welcome back, everyone. Let's solve LeetCode 513, find bottom left tree value. So if you're familiar with the breadth first search algorithm, this will be very easy for you with a small tweak, okay? So given the root of a binary tree, return the leftmost value in the last row of the tree. All right, so very straightforward. Notice how at level 1, this is our last row, we just return this left value, okay? Over here, we have level 0, 1, 2, 3. So at this last row here, we return that leftmost value, which is 7. And please make sure during your interviews to ask for constraints and edge cases. Over here, we know that the size of the tree will be at least 1, okay? And everything else here is straightforward. So if we navigate to this drawing here, the typical breadth first search approach that we're familiar with is we use a queue. We process this guy, check if it has a left and a right. And then we go here, we process this one, check if it has a left or a right. It doesn't. So what was left? We have to process this. So we check if it has a left or a right. And then we eventually have something like 2, 1, and 3. Okay? And I'll draw out the typical breadth first search we're used to using. And I'll show you why it won't work in this case, and a small tweak will fix it. So remember, this solution I'll write first will not work, okay? And I'll remind you guys throughout the video, because I know some of you guys like to skim through, so please pay attention here. All right, cool. So we start off with a Q, right? We say a Q is equal to, and I like to use a duck to represent my Qs, okay? So we have the root node, right? And then the result, which is what we will return at the end, okay? So while we have a Q, we have some processing to do, right? So we're gonna pop off from our queue the cur node, which at the very first iteration will be equal to the root, right? So we're gonna pop from the left, and we're gonna update our res to be equal to cur node value. And if it has a left child, append it to the queue. If it has a right child, also append that to the queue. And at the very end, we'll just return the result, right? And I'll just make this a tad bit bigger for readability. All right, cool. And with that being said, let's see why this will not work, okay? All right, so let's create a visual representation of this queue so we can understand this clearly, right? So we have this queue here. All right, so first we add the root to our queue. So this guy here, okay. So while queue, yeah, there is a queue of length 1. Cur node is equal to queue.popleft, okay. So let's, like I said, I love to, you know what, we'll undo that, okay. So cur node here is equal to queue.popleft. So cur node right here. And res, we're at this line now, is equal to cur node.value. So this becomes a 1. Oh, my apologies, it becomes a 2, right? This is the value. Okay. And does it have a left child? It does, right? So we're going to append it to the queue. Okay. Does it have a right child? It does. We're going to append that to the queue as well. Okay. And now we're back inside the while loop, right? Because we have length 2. All right, so cur node is equal to queue.popleft. So this guy gets popped off the left side as a queue, as the queue functions, and we update res to be equal to that node's value, which is 1. And then we check, does it have a left or a right? It does not, right? So we're back inside our queue, right? Because look, we have items in our queue. Pop this one off. We just did that. Update res to be equal to its value. So we get a 3. And does it have a left or a right? It does not, okay? So notice how res ends up being 3, but that's not the most left value, right? So this will not work, okay? And I'll make it work by simply taking these if statements here, and instead of processing the left first, all we simply do is just process the right first, and that's it. And I'll show you why that works, okay? So let's undo our previous walkthrough. Okay. And let's restart. So Q is equal to the duck with the root in it. So we'll take this guy, bring it here, okay? And now we're inside the while loop because there's a queue. Current node is equal to queue.pop_left. So we pop this guy off. Okay. Update res to equal to current node.value. So res now becomes this 2 here. Right? Does it have a right and does it have a left? Okay, it has a right. So we process this one first now because I wrote the line of code, that line of code before, right? And then now it has a left as well. So I take this guy, bring it here. All right. And we're back inside our while loop, right? Correct. So current node is equal to queue.pop_left. So this guy gets popped from the left. Res gets updated right to that value. So res becomes 3. Does it have a right or a left? Does not. Our node 3 does not have a right or a left, okay? Cool. So we're still back inside the while loop because look, we still have something left in our queue. Pop this off. Okay. And then res is equal to current node.value. So res becomes 1. Okay. Does it have a right or a left? It does not. So we're done with this while loop. And now we go to our return and we return the res. And what's it equal to? 1. And that is the leftmost bottom value of our tree. So I want you to pause the video and attempt this yourself. Great. With that being said, let's go to LeetCode and let's write our solution. Okay. So like I said, we say our queue is equal to collections deck, pass in the root. We have our res variable that we'll be returning. While we have anything in our queue, current node is equal to queue.pop_left. Okay. Update our res to be equal to current node's value, right? And we check first if it has a right child, right? We're just modifying our breadth first search typical algorithm slightly, okay? If it has a right child, we're gonna append it, okay? And if it has a left child, then we'll append that. And that's about it. We just return the res. Let's make sure I have no silly mistakes here. I don't. Let's submit it. Great. So it passes all of the cases. Let's look at the time. So the time complexity is big O of n based off of the size of our input, where n is the size of our input, right? And the space is also big O of n because we're using this queue to process all the nodes and the tree. All right, with that being said, thank you for watching whatever platform you're on. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.